If you are going through what feels like an invisible battle, if you sense there's more happening around you than what meets the eye, if you've been told that spiritual warfare is about shouting at demons and binding principalities, but deep in your heart, you know there's something deeper, something more profound that God wants to reveal to you, then this word is for you. The enemy doesn't want you to discover what I'm about to share with you, because when you understand the true nature of spiritual confrontation, everything changes. Let me take you to Ephesians chapter 6, verses 11 and 12, where Paul writes, "Put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." But here's what will shock you. Paul isn't calling you to go looking for a fight. He's revealing that the battle is already raging, and it's not what you think it is. The Greek word for struggle here is pale. It means wrestling, hand-to-hand combat. But listen carefully. This isn't about you wrestling demons. This is about you wrestling to stay standing in the identity God has given you, while the enemy whispers lies about who you are. The real battlefield isn't out there in some spiritual realm you can't see. It's in your mind, in your heart, in the very core of how you see yourself and God's love for you. When Jesus faced Satan in the wilderness, in Matthew chapter 4, notice what happened. Every temptation was an attack on his identity. If you are the Son of God, the enemy doesn't come with pitchforks and scary voices. He comes with questions about your worth, your calling, your belovedness. And Jesus didn't shout or bind anything. He simply declared truth. It is written. That's your weapon. That's your victory. Father, I pray for the one listening right now, the one who has been exhausted by a version of spiritual warfare that left them feeling powerless and defeated. Lord, they've been told they need to fight battles that you've already won. They've been carrying burdens you never asked them to bear. I pray that right now you would lift the weight of false responsibility from their shoulders. God, I pray for the one who has been battling depression, thinking they need to rebuke it, but you want to heal it. I pray for the one wrestling with fear, trying to bind it away, but you want to replace it with your perfect love. Lord, for the one who has been shouting at circumstances, demanding they change, I pray you would show them that the real victory comes in surrendering those circumstances to you. Father, reveal to them that the enemy's greatest weapon isn't some dramatic spiritual attack. It's the quiet whisper that says they're not enough, not loved, not chosen, not forgiven. I pray you would silence those lies right now. Show them that when they put on your armor, they're not dressing for battle. They're dressing in their true identity as your beloved child. You are not fighting for victory. You are fighting from victory. Jesus already defeated every power that could ever stand against you on that cross. Colossians chapter 2, verse 15 tells us that he disarmed the powers and authorities and made a public spectacle of them, triumphing over them by the cross. The battle is won. Your job isn't to win it again. Your job is to walk in the victory that's already yours. The enemy knows he cannot touch your salvation, so he attacks your identity. He cannot change your destiny, so he distorts your perception of it. He cannot steal God's love from you, so he convinces you that you're unworthy of it. But hear me. Every lie he whispers about you crumbles in the light of what God declares over you. You are chosen before the foundation of the world. You are loved with an everlasting love. You are more than a conqueror through Christ who strengthens you. The enemy has no power over what God has ordained for your life. His schemes cannot derail God's purposes. His whispers cannot silence God's promises. When you truly understand spiritual warfare, you stop living in fear of what the enemy might do, and you start walking in confidence of what God has already done. You stop looking over your shoulder for spiritual attacks, and you start looking ahead to the good works God prepared in advance for you to do. This is the truth that will set you free. The battle belongs to the Lord, and He has already won. Father, I come before you now with tender intercession for this precious one. Lord, their heart has been wounded by battles they were never meant to fight. Their spirit has been wearied by a warfare that focused more on the enemy's power than on your victory. I pray for deep healing in those places where they felt defeated, where they've questioned your love, where they've wondered if they were strong enough to overcome. God, you are El Shaddai, the God who is more than enough. You are Jehovah Nissi, the Lord our banner of victory. You are Jehovah Rapha, the God who heals. Let your character wash over them like healing oil. Remind them that your mercy is new every morning, that your faithfulness reaches to the skies, that your love for them is higher and deeper and wider than anything they could ever face. Breathe your peace into every anxious thought. Speak your truth over every lie they've believed. Cover them with the shadow of your wings, where they are safe, where they are loved, where they are completely secure in who you've made them to be. You are a warrior, but not the kind the world has taught you to be. You are a warrior who conquers through worship, who overcomes through surrender, who wins through love. You carry the victory of Christ in your very DNA. Every breath you take is a declaration that the enemy has no power over your life. Every step you take forward is proof that God's plans for you cannot be stopped. You don't have to be afraid of spiritual warfare because you are walking in spiritual victory. Most people stop here, but the ones who go further discover something that transforms everything.